leave me alone. I was trying to figure stuff out.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Go.
Welcome into Blow the Whistle, the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Oh, yeah, by the way, this is Andrew Valentin, my co-host. I'm David Dykstra.
Are you feeling okay?
Dude, we're all kinds of befuddled today.
You know, it's not our fault, though. It's because somebody shows up out of the blue.
Somebody shows up. By the way, we got a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
Surprise special guest.
Yes.
We're going to be talking All-Star Weekend, baseball, some wrestling.
Yep.
And, of course, the greatest segment in all of entertainment. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're Killing Me Smalls, back again, always and forever. Andrew, you ready to get this started?
Oh, let's do this already. Before something else happens, let's do this.
Let's just go.
Yes.
I can't take it anymore.
God.
Well, as everybody knows, this was All-Star Weekend in the NBA. Question out to our people. You can hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLOWTWHISTLE1. Or you can hit us up on our Gmail account at blowtwhistlerradio@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts, your ideas, whether you like us, whether you don't. Doesn't really matter because we're going to continue to do what we do. We love if you love us.
True.
We don't care if you don't like us. That's why we're here.
And if you don't like us, thank you for watching anyways.
Exactly. But that being said, your thoughts on the All-Star game, Andrew. And everything that goes along with
the whole All-Star Weekend.
The enchilada.
Yes. I
didn't say that because you're of the Latino ethnicity.
Thank you for the clarity. You are forgiven. How about that? All right.
Thanks.
I thought it was, the game was definitely more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would certainly be kind of more of a back and forth, but they kind of kept it a little bit more entertaining than usual. So I give the game overall. I thought the game was, it's the All-Star game, so there's going to be a lot of scoring. They were having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I thought I was more competitive than when it's been in the past. So I give this All-Star game a little bit more edge, than what it has been in the past. The Rising Stars stuff I liked. I liked the little tournament situation. I wish Team Peyton would have won for Iowa's sake, but obviously Team Barrett came up with it. I mean, Cade Cunningham played out of his mind, looking more and more like the number one pick. Skills competition, it is what it is. I wish there's a lot to it at this point. I'm not even going to get into it with the dunk contest. We're going downhill now, folks. Seriously. I mean, we're picking up guys coming off the bench at this point that just want to do the dunk contest, and it's not getting any better. And as far as the three-point contest, that was probably the best of it because of the shock that came with it. So overall, I mean, for the All-Star Weekend, I mean, listen, of all the All-Star Weekends, I guess this is maybe one of the more entertaining ones you can find out there outside of the Pro Bowl and the NHL All-Stars. And the All-Star game for Major League Baseball has just become, at this point, it's entertaining for what it is. But, I mean, I guess I was more enthralled with it than I have been in past games.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how many times in our lifetime that we're going to say the NHL actually does something right.
Yeah.
But their All-Star break destroys everybody else's.
It does, yeah. They actually
destroys everything.
It actually has gotten a lot better for
and especially what they did in Vegas was phenomenal.
Yes.
But that being said, my take, the game was freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just to sit there and watch, and I'm about to say something that could be considered controversial, the greatest pure shooter of all time.
Yeah.
Just get in a zone where you're going, okay, this is Jordan-esque kind of stuff. You're letting go of a ball right after half court and turning around before it even reaches the hoop because it's good.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Steph Curry is ridiculous. And I don't care that it was an all-star game and quote unquote defense isn't being, you still have to hit the shot.
Right.
You still have to hit the shot. And there were plenty of open threes for everybody. And I didn't see anybody else.
Oh, no, those were his shots to take. Absolutely. He was going to own the 3-point record by the end of the night. And he surpassed himself even by the end of that night. Unbelievable. Was it 16 in total?
16 of 27 from 3-point range.
Crazy.
And the 1-2 that he takes is a moonshot that goes in and sees nothing but the bottom of the net too.
That just says how good he is. That says how special he is.
It was 3-point contest. I agree with you, Karl Anthony Towns doing what a big man should never be able to do, and odds were not with him. He was the long shot.
Oh, by far.
In that, well, Vegas had him at the long shot.
Yeah.
So if anybody put money on him, and I bet you he put money on himself,
I would have.
He got a little richer.
I didn't put money on him. Now I kind of wish I would have.
Should have.
Thanks a lot, Van Vliet. Appreciate it. And Patty Mills.
Going with the Peoria boy, huh?
I had a lot of faith in him, and TJ convinced me on Patty Mills too, so I laid a little bit on him. And
way to go, TJ.
Who would have thought that this guy was gonna come out of here shooting all of a sudden like he's Steph Curry, 7 feet tall?
I thought it was going to be Ice Tray, honestly.
I think everybody
and
put their money on that.
He just completely blew a stinker.
Yeah, he fell apart.
But I mean, congratulations to him. Dunk contest once again. We're not going to get into. I mean, something. Let me. Something needs to be done.
Yeah, I was gonna say something has to change with the dunk contest because when you have guys like we said this on the radio show yesterday, Anthony Edwards is coming out saying, "I don't have like a bag of tricks. I do all my stuff in game." That's where I kind of said like, well, then let's make this a one-on-one thing, and that's how you'll score your points. Go one-on-one with somebody. I mean, of your caliber or something like that. And make that the dunk contest. You dunk on them, you do it, you get the points. You don't, you lose.
Actually, something else that I had thought about. We talked about donating to the certain player's charity.
Yes.
For every 50-point dunk that you get another $10,000 maybe to that charity.
Yeah, add on to the prize money.
On to the prize money. For me, just the things that John Morant did in game were ridiculous. And to say that you're an in-game dunker, I can understand that. But at the same time, it's no different being in the dunk contest. You just need to add a little flair, a little creativity to it.
Right.
To whatever that dunk is. Go in there if you need to and just do a windmill from your ankle to your noggin kind of dunk. And like they explained, the problem with the guys that were dunking on Saturday night were the fact that they were coming down trying to dunk. Where John Morant, when he dunks, is still going up.
Yeah.
And having to maybe duck underneath the rim once in a while.
Well, that's because he generates a lot of speed and power. He's one of the fastest players, and he's probably the most explosive player, I would say, right now in the league, outside of maybe a few guys that have a couple more inches on him. But pound for pound, he's maybe the most dynamic, explosive guy out there. So if you're going to put some guys in the dunk contest, those are the kind of guys you want. You don't want, I'm sorry, Juan Toscano Anderson, who comes for 2 minutes off the bench for Golden State. Who cares about him? Obi Toppin's fine, but he didn't really. I mean, he had the best dunks of the bunch, but they weren't anything special.
I was expecting more innovation from Obi, honestly. From what he did in Dayton, I was actually looking forward to him being a part of that dunk contest.
I expected him to pull out something, considering he is the home state kid of Ohio. He played in Ohio for Dayton. I thought you're in Cleveland, you're going to do something special. Nothing, all basic stuff. I mean, if this is next Vince Carter, this is sad Carter. Yeah. This isn't Vinsanity. This is sad Toppin.
Oh, I'll say this, but we joked about it yesterday. Like John Morant, have Zion, putting a beignet on the rim and blowing the powdered sugar off the beignet.
Look at the bite on that one.
I might be fat, but I can still jump.
Yeah, it's something, dude. Are you kidding me? Breaks the rim, trying to get that powdered donut on the top, please.
And it's the glass is made out of sugar candy.
Anything to not have it be the way it was, which it was dull. It was boring. I stopped watching after a while. Like, there was no point to it
after about the fourth or fifth try on that first dunk from whoever it was. I was like, it's going to be a long night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you even saw, like, who was it? You said Kareem got up and walked out?
Yeah, I mean, Kareem got up and walked out. Shaq was giving a face and stuff. Shaq was the one that was like, man, I've seen a lot of dunk contests, but this might have been the saddest thing I've ever seen in a long time.
All you need is see what should happen is like they should have Charles Barkley mic'd up for that and out on the court. And if they miss, he's terrible.
Man, that's just terrible. I can't believe you just missed that dunk. You're a knucklehead for that. I'm telling you. It's just wrong, man. You don't belong in the NBA. If you can't make a dunk like that, you don't belong in this thing. Get out of here. Unbelievable. So sad.
But for me, the game made up for it.
Yeah.
Like I even asked, I can't say I've ever done this. I actually texted Andrew in the middle of it going, dude, are you watching this All-Star game? This is unbelievable. Probably the greatest single game performance. And you can sit there and say AD's got the scoring title, but I guarantee that 52 points from AD, 50% of those were dunks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what this game did is, I mean, it gave you, everybody did their thing, right? Everybody showed their skill sets of what they did. I mean, from Curry throwing down 50 and going 16 3-pointers. And then you've got LeBron, listen, love him or hate him. He takes the last shot of the game in Cleveland.
Which looked horrible coming off his hand.
Oh, yeah. It did not look like it was
atrocious.
going in. But if anybody's going to take that last shot, of course it's going to be LeBron. Of course.
Give me the ball.
Yeah. And I knew as soon as he let it go, too, I'm like, that can't be going in. And as soon as it went in, it's like, of course it goes in. Like, of course that
it's
magic's
Cleveland.
there.
He knows the rims.
He knows exactly how this works. But listen, I didn't watch the game in its fullty. I watched the highlights more so. But the highlights even of themselves were spectacular. So that said to me that this was clearly a game that was going to be worth watching, which is a shame because it's always a disappointment. It always feels like it's a blowout, no one way or the other.
Yeah.
This one actually felt like a competition, and we didn't even have KD there.
And now LeBron gets the gloat that he's 5-0 in this new format. You know what we did skip over though, Andrew?
Which is
probably one of the better dunks of the weekend was in the celebrity game. By the high jumper from Italy.
Yeah.
Was amazing.
Oh, that was by far one of the best I've seen. I mean, just
in a celebrity
all-star game, I've never seen anything like that. But that's why this man is in the Olympics. So I would expect him to do that. I just wasn't expecting him to be so athletic with it. That threw me off.
Little hops.
Yes.
Little hops here and there.
I think he's got a job if you don't work in the Olympics.
I'm sure the Knicks would take him.
Absolutely. Orlando might.
Yeah. Indiana.
Yeah.
They go up to him afterwards. Hey, you ever been to Indiana? The guy's like, yeah, I've been there. No thanks.
Listen, you jump about as well as Zion does now. Can you play his position? Yeah, no problem. I got this.
I will rise above that rim.
And I will not eat a donut. You're in.
Beignets everywhere. Beignets for everyone.
Now I'm going to have to get one at some point.
That being said, coming up next on Blow the Whistle, a surprise guest. And we talk about locking it up and locking it out here on Blow the Whistle. And we are back, and I am joined with a kind face, a gentle face, former. I'm not even going to say you're still part of the team, man. Yeah, he's still part of the team. Blow the Whistle alum, Brandon Januska. What's going on, Brandon? How's life treating you, buddy?
Oh, things are going well. I'm happy to be here, and yeah, it's former, current.
We'll figure it out.
Occasionally,
Part-timer.
yeah, part-time. Yeah,
Part-timer.
I switched from full-time to part-time.
There you go,
Yeah, there we
part-time.
go. I like it. I like it. But yeah, happy to be on.
Well, not going to lie, we changed up because Brandon showed up. And I thought, what better opportunity for us to talk about the baseball lockout? Brandon, I'm just going to throw it to you. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me how you're feeling. I know it hurts your soul a little bit. So give us the 411 on everything that's going on.
All right. Well, I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, spring training has not started, even though it was supposed to. Players, pitchers and catchers, players actually should have been reporting already. But we are currently in a lockout. But Major League Baseball and the players.
I wish we were in a lockout sometimes.
Major League Baseball is currently locked out. It is day 83 of the lockout for those of you counting at home. Day 83 is today of this Major League lockout, and the two sides seem very far apart. The plan is for them to meet. The union and the players union and the league are supposed to meet every day this week, because if they don't have a deal by February 28th, so next Monday, Manfred has said that the opening day will not start on time. So the goal is to still start on time, get a deal by Monday. So they're meeting every day this week, but yesterday did not go all that well. So the two sides still very far apart.
Now, I guess my question to you would be, do you think this is more of the players sticking to their guns and saying, this is what we need, this is what we absolutely essentially need, and we're not going to back down, and the owners being greedy about it? Because as a Cubs fan, you do know about greedy owners a little bit. Or is it just two sides being stubborn and not willing to compromise at all?
I think it is. It's two sides being stubborn. They're compromising bit by bit, but the thing is, it's just going so much slower than it should be. And part of that is they really, really procrastinated at the beginning. They locked out in December. The beginning of December, met once for about, I think it was 7 minutes. 7 minutes for the very first one.
That's a lot to get done in 7 minutes.
Basically, you take roll call and say, all right, we're locked out. And then you leave. But yeah, and then they took about 2.5 weeks off for the holidays. Didn't have any discussion. So the deals they're doing now, it's small adjustments, but they're still so far off. These are the kind of talks they should have been having in December when this all started, the minor adjustments to slowly make progress. It shouldn't be happening a week before you need to have a deal done if you want to start the season on time. So they're both sticking to their guns right now, not wanting to give, but they're at a point where they're going to miss games at this point. I don't see them coming to an agreement by February 28th because the two sides, like I said, they're very far apart. Yesterday, the league proposed the pre-arbitration bonus pool to be $20 million for 30 players. The players, on the other hand, want $115 million for 150 players. So $20 million for 30 players, $115 million for 150 players. Those numbers aren't that close to each other.
No.
So the two sides are very far apart. Not just on, that's just one example I gave. There's a lot of other issues right now too. But the other thing is, and I think this is part of why it's taking so long, in terms of just looking at the owners at the league, you need 75% to be able to propose something. So this isn't the owners versus the players. It's within the owners meeting by themselves. They need 75%. That's 23 of the 30 owners to agree on a matter before they can propose it to the players' union. So it's not only discussions between the two sides, it's internal discussions too that I believe are getting held up.
Okay, so that being said, there are a couple things I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
First and foremost, do you like that it's already kind of come out that there's already been kind of a nonverbal agreement for universal DH?
Yeah, I think even going into the lockout, it was kind of said and done. Everyone assumed that the DH was coming to the league. Maybe it wouldn't be implemented this first year, but yeah, it seems like there's definitely an agreement. It's going to come, and I'm okay with it. I like small ball. I like the game management, having to work around the pitcher, pinch hitters, squeeze bunts, things like that. But I think it is better for the game, better for the fan base to get more offense. That is what people want. And you don't want, and I've seen it, the Cubs have lost games because of this, that you're in extra innings and you don't have any more bench players. And then you have John Lester coming out to pinch hit. And nothing against John Lester.
None against John.
But yeah, you got a pitcher coming in and he's your final chance. He's your final out with the bases loaded because they walked the guy before him to get to the pitcher spot knowing you have no bench players.
Okay, that being said, there's been rumors. Is it Rizzo or is it Schwarber for the Cubs?
I would be happy with either of them. I would love to see Rizzo come back. He's still good defensively. I would put Rizzo at first base the majority of the time. Have Schwindel be your DH then, if you go this route. And if Rizzo's having back issues, you can kind of ease him out and ease him back in with that DH position. So I think that'd be a good way to bring him back. Schwarber's going to command more money, in my opinion, because of the
Do you think Schwarber, you think Rizzo might take a hometown discount?
A slight discount, maybe. I don't think he'll give a major discount to the Cubs at this point. But I do believe that with the back issues and just age in general,
he's less
Schwarber,
than Schwarber,
especially now with the DH universal on both sides, there are going to be a lot of people looking at Schwarber. Plus, he had a fine
postseason was amazing.
So not only him, but there's another former Cub out there too in Jorge Soler, who just ripped it up with the Braves and helped lead them to a World Series. He's a free agent. He will definitely command a lot of money as well.
All right. That being said, do you think this gets done? Because BetMGM tonight had Cody Decker on last week.
Okay.
Per Cody Decker, he thinks if it hits March 10th, both sides will just come to an agreement and say, let's move forward. Do you believe that to be true, or do you think the stubbornness continues and maybe affects regular season?
So they said if regular season opening day is going to start, it's February 28th is when they need a deal done by. I don't think they hit that. That's next Monday. That's less than a week. I don't think they come to terms by then. So I do think there will be a slight delay. I don't want to see it. I don't want to say, you said March 10th?
Yeah.
I think they can get something done by March 10th.
Okay.
I do think that extra week, that gives them another 10 days over the February 28th. I think that once opening day is actually postponed, they'll start to speed things up. They'll ramp it up, and there will be an agreement.
So you don't think the independent leagues are going to have a bunch of major leaguers in it this year? Because that was the other thing that I kind of got excited about, and we as a school kind of got could you imagine if they lock out the whole season, what that could do for these independent teams? Because if I'm correct, let's say you're signed with somebody, Javier Baez signed with Detroit.
Yes.
His contract he's not going to get paid because they're in a lockout. So couldn't he go and play for another team?
So I was actually talking about this. It's funny, with my brother yesterday. We were trying to figure it out. You can go play like for a Korean team in the Korean League, the Mexican League, things like that. You can go to those other leagues if you're in a lockout. But we were trying to figure out, and I don't know the actual answer, because a lot of teams like the Dogs, the American Association, it's not a minor league system of Major League Baseball, but it is a partner to Major League Baseball. So I don't know if you're allowed to go to an internal league,
with
essentially. Where the line is drawn in terms of who you can go with. But there's also free agents out there who are not under contract with someone.
This is true.
That did not sign before the lockout. So they, as far as I know, can sign anywhere.
Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber, come on to Chicago Dogs land if you guys can't come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine Rizzo and They would have to extend that netting.
Oh yeah, if
Schwarber,
if Rizzo or Schwarber with that short porch,
Rizzo'd be hitting cars in the parking garage.
Yeah, across the street.
Rizzo and Bryant would be hitting them over the netting, which they said was impossible to do.
You bring the right guys in, yeah.
Physics. They brought physicists in to make sure the nets were unable to
make sure
cleared.
Nobody's hitting them onto the expressway over there. Yep.
I would like to test that theory with Kyle Schwarber, please.
Bring in Schwarber, bring in Stanton, bring all the big guns, bring them all in. Home run derby this year, Impact Field.
And then they bring in, who are some great free agent pitchers?
Oh, yeah. There's.
You know what? Why don't we just ask John Lester if he wants to just
John
come?
Lester still
have
out there.
John Lester. I know you're retired, but
yeah.
you can come in and pitch a little. I mean, Zambrano came in and pitched a year with him. So
that's true.
I mean, he was amazing. So, no, I would be interesting to see how the independents would thrive if this continues.
Yeah, if more big names start coming, it would definitely ramp it up, especially if there's not a major league season to watch. We saw that a little bit during the pandemic. The Dogs were the only team in Chicago, or its Chicago area, actually playing games. So it definitely boosted attendance then. A lockout would do a similar thing.
You get one of those big names to be in your lineup.
That's all it takes.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, especially as if the Dogs were to continue it, they did autographs on Sundays.
Oh,
if you're doing autographs and you have a major league player or former major league player, that immediately ramps up your stock, and people are going to want to be coming.
Yeah, but see, then the ticket prices go up from $9 to $20 and stuff like that. Still, I pay $20 to go to Impact Field. It's a beautiful field, ladies and gentlemen. If you get an opportunity this spring, summer to go to a Chicago Dogs game, we absolutely recommend it. You'll probably see us there, or at least me. I don't know about Brandon. Brandon's a busy guy, so you just never know.
That's true.
But I appreciate you coming on, Brandon. You want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on, it's been a while since I've done this, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Brandon Januska on Facebook. I am at bjanuska95, BJANUSKA95 on Instagram and Twitter.
Do you want to let everybody know where else they can find you?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, are you able to?
I'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll make sure I can spread all the news. Yeah, a little tease. You'll be able to hear me in other places
we'll promote
shortly.
Once you let us know that we're able to promote you, we'll promote you just as much as we promote other people.
I appreciate it.
Well, thanks, Brandon. Coming up, it's wrestling time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Here on Blow the Whistle.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none.
Yeah, worth a recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah.
No.
You, sir.
Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. It's the boss.
Hey, sir. Go yourself.
You're fired!
Feel better?
Yes.
And welcome back to Blow the Whistle live stream.
I know you tried.
Andrew's back.
I know you tried.
Back again. I'm in a mood, man.
I can tell.
I'm in a mood because you know what we're about to talk about.
What's that?
Can you smell it? No, and I didn't.
I was gonna say it's a little stank in here, so
It's all the man meat.
yeah, absolutely.
We are about to talk about Tataka. We're about to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about, professional wrestling
Mm-hmm.
or sports entertainment.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Elimination Chamber was on Saturday,
Right.
Saturday,
Mhm.
and overall not bad.
no, I mean, it could have been there were some things that obviously you and I talked about a little bit
By the way,
yesterday that could have been better, but
Lashley's concussion,
is a
legit.
legit. Okay.
Legit. He's
I was
supposed
wondering,
to
'cause-
he's supposed to face Lesnar at Madison Square Garden March 5th.
Yeah.
And if he clears concussion protocol, which they don't think, it was a bad one from what everybody's saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and really watch it to
It
see
looks severe.
where he hit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
mean,
he is definitely in concussion protocol.
I mean, he definitely didn't look like himself after that big. I mean, he took a hell of a hit on that.
that was a
and-
bump.
Yeah.
It was a bump, ladies and gentlemen.
And we talked about it. I was like, you said it. It's like, if he's selling it, man, bravo.
yeah,
But,
if he's selling that bump, good on you, Bobby. Good on you,
but
buddy.
now that that's legit, geez, that's one of the things that concerns me sometimes when it comes to wrestling. Like, you get that serious injury, but you're still trying to push through it. Like, yeah, at some point, you maybe want to try to find a way out. Like, just because you don't want to hurt yourself any farther. But no, I mean, listen, overall, though, for the Elimination Chamber, outside of the injuries, there were some good moments in it, obviously.
Some great spots.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But overall, the outcome of it just, I mean, we said this
it
already.
leaves
It was
you
like,
wanting a little bit more.
right, there were other people in that moment that you probably would have more so rooted for than just the status quo, shall we say.
I will say this much. Going from the Elimination Chamber to Monday Night Raw last night,
Right.
I love the way that they are promoting
Mm-hmm.
the Becky Lynch Bianca Belair match.
Yeah.
As the only two women to main event and win a women's match in WrestleMania history are now going to go head to head in a main event women's match at WrestleMania.
Right.
So that's a very unique way of promoting that match. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
My disappointment, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Vince McMahon. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I dare you to come after me. You don't have enough money to pay wrestlers, so you're going to make massive cuts. But you have enough money to make Jake Paul the special tag team partner for The Miz. And I apologize to everybody for my comments yesterday saying it was going to be Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And Miz did it such a great job at teasing it. He even said that his partner was Dashing.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, that was Cody Rhodes' name when he came back
Right.
after injury, was Dashing Cody Rhodes. I'm like, all right, it is Cody, sweet.
Yeah.
And then he goes, Jake Paul. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
no.
And actually, I guess to be fair to the Pauls, it was actually
To be fair.
it was actually Logan Paul that has been.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, it's Logan that's gonna be his tag team partner. Which
Oh, is it Logan?
it's the I know.
Sorry.
It's one of the idiots with blonde hair.
It's one of the
you
Paul
know, yeah.
morons.
One of the Paul idiots. Either way though, I
But are they
agree though.
idiots? Are they idiots?
Well,
I mean, they're multimillionaires.
they're savvy businessmen
Yes.
for what it is.
Okay.
Let's give them that.
All right. We'll
But
give 'em
still,
that.
I agree with you. Like, you have all this money, and this is what you're going with. I get it. He's a hot commodity. A lot of people have been talking about certainly his brother because his brother's a boxer. And yes, he fought Floyd Mayweather, all that stuff. But this isn't something that I feel like wrestling fans are going to get behind. Yes, there might be a few that are like the younger fans potentially, but for the older fans that are still watching this sport, they're going to look at this as like, this is a cheap move. This is something that you're just trying to push over for like the younger crowd. This is not going to go over with all the wrestling fans. And there's millions of them out there that I've already seen are like, oh, so we're just trying to sell out, basically. This is what we're trying to do. This is a money grab. It's ridiculous.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to be very honest and blunt about this.
Yeah.
I believe that if they're going to play the heel,
Mm-hmm.
which the Paul brothers do very, very well,
They are the heel of the world.
they better take it to 11.
Yeah.
If they do that, it can go over.
Right.
And they started a little bit last night, but it wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go heel, especially with Logan Paul or one of the Pauls, or I don't really care.
Right.
Whatever. He needs to be who he normally is. Damn the PG ratings.
Right.
Damn all that stuff. Let him go and let him be that heel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing is, like, I think they're looking at him because I don't know his YouTube thing or whatever, but I know a lot of people have said it's geared more towards kids. So I guess this is kind of more his style. If you put him in AEW, he doesn't fit.
No.
Like, he just does not fit that crowd, whatever. WWE, it kind of, because it's a little bit more family friendly. I get it. But I still feel like
he would get booed out of an arena if it was an AEW
right,
arena.
Exactly. But that's the thing. I feel like the vibe still with the WWE fans is going to be
entertainment.
Yeah. Okay, if this guy puts on a show, great. But if he doesn't deliver for us, like if he's taking bad bumps, if he's not selling, if he's not putting up the fight. And by the way, you're going in with it's Rey Mysterio and his son, right? That they're going to be taking on. You're talking about two guys who work super hard. Like Rey Mysterio is a god at his craft. His son Dominic is really good too.
Lucha Libre legend.
Absolutely. So
Probably
you better
the greatest
work.
Lucha Libre of all time.
Absolutely.
Could be argued.
He's going to be the determining factor on how hard I think Logan Paul works. He's going to help him a little bit, but Logan has to do the other part of the work.
I will say this. And I'm not expecting this at all.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't measure up to Bad Bunny, he's going to get booed out of the arena.
Oh, absolutely. Bad
granted,
Bunny's killing it.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. It's going to be very hard to top what Bad Bunny did last year because it was so unexpected.
Right.
No one saw that coming from Bad Bunny.
Oh, yeah. But
Ever.
Here's my question, though, because I don't know about this. Bad Bunny we know he's a wrestling fan. Like, he loves wrestling. This is what he loves. Like, this is something that he's always wanted to do. He said he's been thinking about doing this since his childhood.
Yeah.
I know Logan Paul was a wrestler in high school, but that's about it. I don't know if he's actually wanted to do this or not. And if your heart's not into it, I feel like you're not going to put your best foot forward. That's my concern.
I think where Logan Paul will shine is the entertainment aspect of it. And I think if he can get enough heat on him and The Miz, this could be a great match.
Yeah.
He's been in and out of WWE for probably the last year. He's done spots here and there.
Okay.
But nothing really major.
Right.
Like WrestleMania.
Right. This is a huge moment for him, basically.
So I think he is a fan. I just don't know how much of a fan and how far it goes back. That being said, I have been noticing some things lately. And this is where I start to dissect.
Right.
And we'll get to AEW in a second, but it is the road to WrestleMania for the love of all. It's good and well.
Absolutely.
Kevin Owens has been putting down, mind you, don't get me wrong. I think Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins as a tag team is brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think they are at the top of their games right now.
Absolutely.
Promos, wrestling, whatever it is, they are killing it.
Yeah.
They aren't going to win the tag team titles because I think each one of them are going to have individual matches. I don't know exactly who the matches are going to be against.
Yeah.
My thought, though, is the fact that Kevin Owens has been putting down Dallas as much as he has. Remember who I told you was coming back for a little bit of a run?
Yes.
I would love to see Kevin Owens and Stone Cold work.
I think that would be great.
I think that would be a phenomenal match. It would be a match where Stone Cold would probably feel most comfortable because Kevin's never injured anybody.
No, he's one of the best people to work with. From everything I've heard, he's one of the most careful, but yet at the same time, he'll help you sell and he'll sell for you.
Exactly. And the promos that they could cut on each other will be magical.
Absolutely.
So if it's moving towards that, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Edge shows up. It's WrestleMania time. He said some interesting stuff last night. I think, and if it happens, I cannot wait to watch this match. He threw out the word phenomenal last night, and I've never ever heard Edge use the word phenomenal.
Yeah.
If it's Edge and AJ Styles at WrestleMania, that could steal the entire show.
Yeah. Well, and AJ just got re-signed now by WWE, according to the reports. So, I mean, there's a very heavy chance there. I mean, and not only that too, but that's kind of what something I'd like to see, because AJ kind of being like, I don't know, I've always viewed him as kind of being like the underdog guy that kind of goes around flat. He's the high flyer, right? And Edge is certainly more the dangerous man himself, and I like that combination.
Well,
it's that David versus Goliath kind of feel, you know what I mean?
Let's put it to you this way. The year before, or not the year before, but the year prior to that, when they were in COVID protocol, The Undertaker personally chose AJ Styles to be his last match ever.
Yeah.
So for The Undertaker, who is without a shadow of a doubt the most respected professional wrestler in the business, to have AJ Styles as his last match, I'm sure went a long way for Edge going, all right, I want to try this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, listen, if that is the way, then that Edge is going to kind of like call it, which I don't know if that's the case or not.
I don't know either.
Loves the business.
It was just interesting to me that he used the word phenomenal.
Right.
It's just something that stood out for me. And there's always Easter eggs.
There's key words that they drop to try and be like, get you to think like,
if you're a purist
this?
and you're trying to, he just said phenomenal.
Right. It's like taking like the codes that are sent from the enemy and you're dissecting them. What does it mean? What does it say? Like
the cheat codes.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, I'd be pumped for that. I think that would be a great match between the two of them. That would be ultimate. Like if you're talking about like that's going to be the end for Edge, if that really would be the case.
I don't know if it's the end.
That's the thing.
I think he just wants. He consistently wants to have that match in WrestleMania that everybody's talking about.
Right, and I think that if that's the case, I think you're talking about a match that absolutely could go over really well.
Steal the show.
Absolutely.
Especially if it goes night one.
Yeah.
If it goes night one, it'll steal the show.
Mm-hmm.
I almost guarantee it. That being said, AEW loses a big-time asset in Cody Rhodes. Rumor is that he was unhappy that Tony Khan had taken over a lot of the creative aspect of it. He was taking pride in that and wanted that to be his job. So Cody's now rumored to be signing with WWE and going back there. Interesting. Proud of Cody for doing what he felt he needed to do to be happy in the business.
Right.
But I don't think there's much drop off.
No,
they've got enough stars now.
That's the thing, is that they've been signing people and the way they've been presenting them, and like you said, now they've got Keith Lee, which is huge for them. They've got all these big stars now, these big names that, at least the way that I'm seeing it, are perfect to help continue to sell AEW while you grow the newer talent as it comes up, and then make them the stars, right? Kenny Omega, CM Punk. You have these guys, Brian Danielson. It's so hard to get used to that.
Yeah.
You have all these big names. Use them to help sell the business as you work up the young talent, as you work up the new faces. And honestly, with the newer faces that came on to AEW, they've all become stars in their own respective manner. And again, quite honestly, between them and the WWE, when you ask me personally, what do I enjoy? I like AEW because it's a little bit more rugged. It's a little bit more rough.
It's professional wrestling, not sports entertainment.
It's not trying to get to the ratings. It's trying to get to the fans, which are going to get to the ratings. If you can get the fans into it, you'll get the numbers. And I think they've been doing a really good job with the matches they've been putting together, with the stars they've been bringing in. And yes, losing Cody Rhodes, obviously, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that him and his wife are now leaving and stuff, but Tony Khan's still a great mind.
Yeah.
He still has that ability to know the talent that's there.
And he's also still got Kenny Omega.
Absolutely.
The Young Bucks. Dustin's still there.
Yes.
And my personal opinion, I think Dustin's a better mind than Cody.
Okay.
Dustin's listen, for Dustin Rhodes to pull off the gold dust gimmick when he did, when it wasn't passe to be gay or even present yourself that way, is mind-blowing. And it's an iconic character to this day.
Yeah.
To where in the day that he first presented it, there were certain wrestlers that would not wrestle him because of the persona.
Oh, I remember seeing the there was a little mini doc about that and how there was obviously a shift in tone when he was doing it, and people were like, I don't know if I want to be associated with this. And the fact that, like you said, it's now been so accepted, and it's such an iconic character in the way that he did it. I mean, you're talking about a man who is obviously from that family legacy.
Yeah.
It would be hard for anybody to really live up to Dusty being one of the greatest to ever. I mean, you're talking about one of the best to ever cut a promo, one of the best wrestlers all around, I think.
He's the greatest.
Great.
For me, he's the greatest promo cutter of all time.
Absolutely. I mean,
bar none. Everybody else's promos changed after he cut promos.
Absolutely, yeah. Any young wrestler out there, check him out. You can find him on YouTube. Some of the best stuff I've ever heard. And I think and I agree. I think what Dustin Rhodes is still bringing in, it's still that mind, just like Cody's. They think very similar, but I think the difference is now you're gonna see Tony Khan making more of these clean cut decisions. And again, nothing against Cody. He was still making good decisions, but it was, I think, clear that something was getting in the way a little bit of him in the business,
Yeah.
And being a wrestler that's also working the business as well, it's not like you can't do it. I think that it becomes a conflict of interest at some point, internally and also business-wise. It just becomes a hard struggle, and I think that's something that might have played a part in this as well.
Hey, it's a definite possibility. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for the greatest segment in all of entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for You're Killing Me, Smalls. And if you've got something that just had you saying, You're killing me, Smalls, this week, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. What else? Email.
Email.
Let us know. BlowTWhistle1, that's BLOWTWHISTLE1, or blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com for our email.
Yes.
We'll get to our You're Killing Me, Smalls right after this. That's right. It's time once again for the greatest segment in all of entertainment. It is time for You're Killing Me, Smalls. And once again, before we get started, if you want to hit us up with something that just had you saying, You're Killing Me, Smalls, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. BLOWTWHISTLE1. You can also email us at blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com. Let us know. We will read them next week. Also, you could let us know in the chat.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you guys hit us up in the chat on the YouTube page, that's right. It's X-Bomb Sports on YouTube. Obviously, we're still trying to figure out this Twitch thing because Twitch wants to be a bitch to us. You guys can let us know.
Twitch is a bitch.
Twitch is a bitch.
Wow.
You guys can let us know on the chat.
Andrew's opinions are not those of the rest of the X-Bomb crew and Blow the Whistle crew.
Yeah, sure.
We love you, Twitch.
No, yeah, I love you,
It's
Twitch.
just the fact that we couldn't connect today. It's okay.
It's not you, Twitch. I promise it's not you.
It's not you. It's Andrew.
It's not. Yeah, it's not you. It's me. Clearly, because nothing works when I'm here. But as soon as Brandon shows up, everything decides to work. And this is my You're Killing Me Smalls. Why does the studio not work when I'm here? Why is it always breaking on me? I swear to God, I don't know what else I could do. Twitch doesn't want to work with me. The lights don't want to work with me. But Brandon shows up and all of a sudden, lights turn on, camera's working, his system's fine. It is ridiculous. I told him if the TV worked, thank God it did, and I was going to lose $100. I was so pissed about this. And you can't imagine. I'm telling you, this has been driving me nuts For weeks, I've been trying to get all this stuff fixed. He walks in, boom, lights turn on. Unbelievable. Oh, God. Stresses me out completely.
Andrew, you're sounding a little jealous right now.
You're right, I am. I don't care. I'll say it. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that this system doesn't love me after 4 years of giving all my heart and everything to it. I've done everything for this place. And what does it do? It attacks me back. Unbelievable.
So
to the studio, for everything that it's done to me, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right.
now you just screwed it all up, though.
I know.
Because you went on your rant. Because now I can't tell Brandon he has to go first because he never goes first.
I know. Brandon, you go first. That can't count. Does that count?
Oh, it
Is that gonna
absolutely
count?
counts.
I didn't do a sports one. I don't know if that doesn't count.
It doesn't have to be sport. See, I guess we should preface this because I do feel like people think that it has to be sports related.
Right.
It doesn't have to be sports related.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to do one yesterday about a guy getting out of his car, getting ready to attack me because I wasn't going fast enough. I mean, come on, dude. Give me a break. God, what are you going to do? Attack? Come on, man. I came out with
had a long couple days.
I came out with a baseball bat ready for this dude, and he walked back to his car. No, you get out of the car. We're throwing down, buddy. Let's go. So to the guy in the car that came after me yesterday, I say to you, sir.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm having a rough week.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, so not only did I not go first, I didn't go second either.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Brandon, go third because you never go third.
All right, well, mine is sports related. It's going to go out to
Thank God.
Michaela Moore, who's a defender for New Zealand, the New Zealand national team. And I actually I feel really bad for her. I really, really do. Because in her matchup over the weekend, New Zealand versus the USA in the She Believes Cup, Game 2 of the group stage, the first 3 goals for the U.S. were all own goals off of Michaela Moore.
Ooh.
Michaela Moore with 3 own goals to give the U.S. a 3-0 lead. They ended up winning final score of 5-0. But yeah, as a former goalie, nothing really frustrates you more other than making a personal mistake, but then seeing it go off your teammate into the goal. I've had that happen a couple of times, and it's so frustrating. And I feel bad for her because it's just so unlucky, unfortunate. To have it happen 3 times in the same game is just ridiculous. So to Michaela Moore for just being in the wrong place at the wrong time 3 different times during this game. 3 times, I have to say to you.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Again, 3 own goals in one game. I feel really bad for
That's
her.
painful. That is painful.
That does hurt a little.
Jeez. I can't even imagine. Like, what happens after that? You go in the locker room and you have to just like I would not blame anybody if that did happen, but I'd be like, I need 2 minutes before I look at you. I'm sorry.
Can I just cry?
Yeah.
Can I just cry? All right. I just need to cry.
So brutal.
Hey, do you have one, TJ, or no? You're good,
All
Squirrely?
right.
All right.
All right, I'll take his turn then. I got more stuff. No, I'm kidding. I'm good. I'm done.
Camera whore over here. All eyes on me.
No, it's
Well,
just it's been a stressful week.
if Andrew's given another one, mine is for the last 83 days of this baseball lockout.
You're killing me, Smalls.
That's what I thought you were gonna go with that first. I'm like, Brandon's gonna go with something about baseball. Oh my God.
God, what? I'm conflicted.
Go with the one that's in your heart, man. You had some good ones. So.
Man, I went all off on the dunk contest already.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't understand that, as a kid of the 80s and 90s, watching these dunk contests are the most frustrating freaking thing in the world. We went from Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan to Obi Toppin and who?
Juan Toscano
Thank you.
Anderson.
I always ask Andrew.
Yeah, because I'm the only one that can get that name right. What is his name? Juan Tostitos? What is it again? I'm sorry. No, Toscano.
So, NBA, I'm going to make this short and sweet. Get your asses in gear. Get the right people in the dunk contest. Because you know why?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, and by the way, bravo, Texas Tech. Bravo. For anyone who doesn't know, Texas Tech played Texas over the weekend. Texas's head coach is the former head coach at Texas Tech. Somebody at Texas Tech hacked the ticket office and made tickets very, very cheap for fellow Texas Tech Red Raiders to be able to go to the game in Texas. Want to guess what that auditorium looked like there, boys? There's a lot of red, black, and white going on at that Texas game. So, for the brilliant mind that hacked the ticket box and made it available to all the Texas Tech people, I give you a big old
You're killing me, Smalls.
in such a beautiful way. Bravo.
Absolutely. That was
Bravo,
great.
people.
So good.
Well, that's going to do it for this week.
Yep.
Andrew, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me in the mental hospital where I will be. No, I'm just kidding. Get you on that one?
No, that is it. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. No, you guys can find me.
We've got adjoining rooms.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna find me in the straitjacket saying it's all the system's fault. No, you guys can find me. I'm at the Fluffy Guru
Why
on
is
Twitter.
he rocking back and
Yeah,
forth just
exactly.
saying Januska?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Boom Crew Captain as well. God, I'm all messed up today. Also, too, you guys can find me. I'm, of course, on the show X-Bomb Sports here on the YouTube channel, and I'm hoping to God the Twitch channel as well. So if you guys can find us at twitch.tv/XBomb Sports, search us up on YouTube at XBomb Sports. That's with the dash XBomb Sports, and you guys will find our page. Find us there, and you'll find the live stream going every Wednesday and Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time, as usual.
That's it. That's all you got?
That's all I got. I got nothing else left in the tank.
All
after this. I got a
right.
headache.
My name is David Dykstra. You can find me on Twitter at David Dykstra4. You can also find me on Instagram at DDykstra7795. You can find me on Facebook at David Dykstra. You can also find me Mondays 2 to 4 on SportsTownChicago.com doing this amazing show called Blow the Whistle, the radio version.
Mm-hmm.
It's me, Andrew, and our boy Buterbaugh. Dude,
Knock it off. We gave you your cheese. Boy loves his cheese.
loves his
Makes him
cheese.
gassy, though.
You know what? I can't pick on him because he's covering for me this weekend. So,
I'll do it then.
yeah, go ahead. It doesn't affect me at all. But that being said, every 2 to 4, you can also find us on Spotify, iPod, QuadPod. Because
Yes.
QuadPod does not forget. Don't forget about QuadPod because QuadPod never forgets about you.
Absolutely.
Pretty much every major platform. All shout out to Under the Hood podcast and everyone who listens to us there. New and reoccurring. Who else we got? Oh, if you guys like getting your weekends or your weeks started off on a positive note, and I have heard rumors that it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, a.k.a. Skittles Brummer, does this amazing podcast called Monday Motivations where she talks about everything from relationships to dealing with positive and negative things in your life. And it's just a great way to start off your week. So I suggest everybody go on any of the major platforms, listen to Monday Motivations with Hannah Brummer. You can also listen to our girl Hannah on 102.3. Call letters.
XLC.
Drive. The Drive.
Yes.
From 3 to 7.
3 to 7 p.m. Central Time.
Every Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to promote Januska next week, hopefully.
Yes, we will. Another thing we have to promote.
What else? Do we have anything else? Does Gwilla have anything going on?
No, not yet. We are still in the works on that, but be on the lookout. Drew, and I'm going to be talking with Drew more as we get ready for him to have his own thing for future X-Bomb shows. So we're not sure what it'll be yet. So a little tease on you guys there, but be on the lookout for that. Coming to a Thursday in the near future.
And to be quite honest, the only reason that we truly do promote Gwilla is that he is the face He's the sexiest man of the X-Bomb crew. So,
Well, that hurts.
dude, just deal.
I'm not disagreeing. It's
Deal with
true.
reality with
I've
what
called
it
him
is.
everything from beautiful to cute on the show.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the new one?
What?
The new one that we learned yesterday that we got to start calling him.
Oh, I'm saving that. For
Are you
tomorrow.
saving it?
I'm saving that.
You'll enjoy this one, TJ.
Absolutely. I'm
Little
saving
little
that.
tease for tomorrow's show for X-Bomb Sports. But for me, David Dykstra, for Andrew Valentin, for our boys TJ and Brandon, everybody, be positive, stay positive, and surround yourself with positive things, and only positive things will happen to you. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel here on Blow the Whistle.